Lamine Yamal's brother Keyne ran across the field and straight into his arms after Spain defeated Argentina in the 2026 World Cup final. The match had just ended at New York, New Jersey Stadium. Spain had secured the title, and one of the first people the 19-year-old football star embraced was his 3-year-old brother. But that celebration was not the beginning of Keyne's story. It was the latest moment in a relationship that has followed Lamine from Barcelona matches to award ceremonies and now onto the biggest stage in international football. So who exactly is Keyne? Why has he become so recognizable to football audiences? And what has Lamine publicly revealed about the meaning of their relationship? For verified entertainment updates without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. The newest confirmed chapter came on July 19, 2026. Spain defeated Argentina 1-0 in the World Cup final in East Rutherford, New Jersey. After the final whistle, footage showed Keyne wearing Spain's colors, carrying part of the goal net, and racing toward Lamine before being lifted into his arms. Official FIFA photography also captured the brothers celebrating beside the World Cup trophy. It was an emotional scene, but it was not unusual for them. Keyne had already become a familiar presence throughout Spain's tournament. During the round of 32 match against Austria on July 2nd, cameras captured his enthusiastic reaction as Spain completed a 3-0 victory. FIFA subsequently highlighted both the reaction and Lamine's response to seeing his brother enjoying the occasion. By the end of the tournament, Keyne was no longer simply an unidentified child appearing in the crowd. Viewers recognized him as Lamine's younger half-brother and as one of the family members regularly present during major moments in his career. Keyne was born in September 2022 to Lamine's mother, Sheila Ibana. Lamine also has a younger half-sister named Bara. Public profiles describe a close family that remained involved in Lamine's life after his parents separated when he was young, although published accounts are not completely consistent about the precise timing of that separation. That family background matters because Lamine has connected his brother's childhood to his own experiences growing up. In a public podcast appearance, he recalled living in a small apartment and explained that seeing his mother happy and seeing Keyne receive the childhood he wished he had experienced was one of his greatest sources of happiness. That statement gives the images a different meaning. When Lamine brings Keyne onto a pitch or carries him during a celebration, the public record does not support treating it as a publicity strategy. What Lamine has actually said is that his brother's happiness represents something deeply important to him. The relationship first became widely visible before the 2026 World Cup. After Spain won the European Championship in July 2024, Keyne joined Lamine and their mother during the celebration. Lamine had turned 17 only one day before the final and was named UEFA's Young Player of the Tournament after helping Spain win the championship. Weeks later, during Barcelona's August 2024 league match against Athletic Club, Keyne appeared on the field with his brother. Photographs showed them passing a football to each other after the match. The moment introduced many Barcelona supporters to the child who would soon become a recurring figure around the team. Then came the Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris on October 28, 2024. Lamine attended with members of his family as he received the Copa Trophy, the award recognizing the leading young men's player. Keyne was photographed at the event and drew attention while playing with a football rather than concentrating on the formal red carpet photographs around him. Those appearances created a pattern. Keyne was present not only for victories but during the public milestones that documented Lamine's transition from an unusually young Barcelona prospect into an established international star. Lamine had made his first-team Barcelona debut in April 2023 while still 15. He then broke a series of age records for the club and for Spain, became the youngest player to appear at a European Championship, and helped his national team win Euro 2024. Barcelona's official records document how quickly those milestones accumulated. That speed is important. Lamine's professional life changed dramatically during the same period in which Keyne was moving through his earliest childhood years. One brother was becoming one of football's most scrutinized young players, while the other was growing accustomed to seeing him surrounded by stadiums, television cameras, teammates, and trophies. Yet their interactions have generally appeared ordinary. Publicly shared videos have shown the brothers dancing, exchanging handshakes, and playing together. At matches, Keyne has often reacted without the awareness or restraint expected from the adults around him. That natural enthusiasm is a major reason the footage has traveled so widely. There is also an important distinction to maintain. Keyne is a young child, not a footballer, entertainer, or public official. His appearances have been connected to family celebrations and material publicly shared by adults responsible for him. Coverage should therefore focus on verified family moments rather than making predictions about his future or turning ordinary childhood behavior into a manufactured celebrity narrative. What can be responsibly said is that he has become associated with some of Lamine's defining career images. At Euro 2024, Keyne was there as Lamine became a champion at 17. At Barcelona events, he appeared beside his brother as Lamine's club profile continued to grow. During the 2026 World Cup, he celebrated from the stands, appeared in FIFA's official coverage, and eventually ran onto the field after Spain won the final. Lamine has been unusually direct when describing his feelings. During the World Cup period, he said his little brother meant everything to him and compared the responsibility and affection he feels to that of a parent. That does not mean Lamine is literally Keyne's father. It was an emotional comparison used to explain the closeness of their relationship. The timing of those comments is significant. Lamine was facing the pressure of representing Spain at a World Cup while still only 18 at the tournament's beginning. He turned 19 on July 13th, days before the semifinal and final. Yet when discussing what moved him, he focused not simply on trophies or individual records, but on his mother, his friends, and the happiness of his younger brother. That is the larger reason the story matters now. The World Cup celebration turned a private family bond into a global image, but the relationship had been visible for years. The final did not suddenly create Keyne's place in Lamine's story. It allowed a much larger audience to notice it. The start line takeaway is that the most compelling part of the story is not that a 3-year-old became famous. It is that Lamine's biggest professional moments repeatedly returned to the same personal reference point: his family. The public footage shows celebration. His own statements provide the context. Together, they suggest that improving his family's circumstances remains one of the ways he measures the meaning of his success. Viewers should not assume that every photograph offers access to the family's private life. Public reporting does not establish Keyne's future ambitions, how much he understands about Lamine's fame, or whether his appearances will continue as frequently. Those details belong to the family, unless they decide to discuss them. What is confirmed is much simpler. Keyne is Lamine Yamal's younger half-brother. He was born in September 2022. He has accompanied his family to Barcelona matches, the Ballon d'Or, Euro celebrations, and the 2026 World Cup. Lamine has publicly spoken about him with intense affection and has said that seeing his brother enjoy a better childhood makes him happy. And after Spain reached the summit of world football on July 19th, the cameras captured the clearest expression of that relationship yet. Keyne running across the field, Lamine waiting for him, and the two brothers celebrating together while the World Cup trophy stood only a few steps away.